CD squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making it on the way home. I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And this waitress comes up.
Can you put some goji berries in my Dropbox, please? Is this GoPro farm to table? NFL anywhere! You can watch the NFL anywhere, then why can't I watch it on the damn toilet, Linda? Drunken. The only exercise I get is chasing those damn gypsies up my lawn.
Let's do it.
They're like, oh, trick or treat. Well, guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor. Guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor.
Drunk on life. I think you're a little too drunk.
Yeah, I got trapped in a corn maze. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm Native American.
That's not anyone.
Hey, can you hear a joke? What is black and white and red all over?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. I was gonna say something super racist, so yeah. You wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
What is black and white and red all over?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. I was gonna say something super racist, so yeah.
Pickles. 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 Pickles.
Life breaks inside. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stupid. All right, folks, welcome to another Drunk News Report, where I am drunk and I tell you the news about upcoming technologies, things that people are working on, and other news stories like that, and interesting facts that have come into the zeitgeist. Usually they're very, very recent. Not all of them, but let's go ahead and bring in our co-host, and that is our...
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yes, and that is our brain.
Yes, you? Even with my camera on. Let's hope I don't scare away the viewers.
Yes, totally. I thought it was your horrible playing that was going to scare him away, but never mind. I guess you can't really fuck up this.
No, even if you crash the train, you can just put it back on the rails.
Okay. Right.
And I even got this game set to the simplest and like just casual, just riding my trains.
Nice. All right. So let's bring in our Doggo. How are you doing,
why
Doggo?
You have to bring him in?
Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. Doing good. And a nice white day.
Nice.
And just poodled about the flat, played a couple of games on the PlayStation. Done.
Nice. Awesome. All right, let's say hello to the cinema chats, and we have a JoJo.
JoJo, what's up?
A commander.
Commander.
Ooh.
Stupidity.
Hey, stupid Eddie.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. We got a trucker.
Hey, Al. And JoJo again?
Yeah. I sometimes I want to go over Cyrax, but I feel like taking advantage.
Yeah, I've seen him once and like, oh my god. No.
Unfortunately, I know all the back. Yes and no. I know way too much about all of the locales, way more than I should. And I feel, and never mind. Trees, are you not blue? I mean, I know you have. Oh, you have a wrench.
Blue.
Oh, because you are a member. It just shows to me weird on my side. Never mind. So, hey, Trees.
You just
We,
should.
we have a demons. Oh, now it shows it to me right. When I have it highlighted, it shows it to me weirdly. That's the problem. Sorry.
You're just
I may be a little drunk because it is a Wednesday for Drunken News Report. So here we have a Jasper.
Hey, Jasper. Pickles.
Yes, pickle. Yep. And we have a crook, and they's with stupids. Totally. Yes, being here, you're with stupids. And we are the panel of the stupids. So, anyways, let's see if there's anybody else in here. I don't see anybody else who's here, but thank you all for being here. So let's go ahead and crack on with the first silly thingy bobbers. If you've not voted in the poll in the side chat, please do that as soon as you decide on what you would like to see first. But let's get into this.
As soon as you figure out that you want to see the tractor beam first, then you can click the tractor beam.
There you go. We're not biased here, and we do not. But anyways, let's get to this, and we'll get into days of the year. And there's a day of the year that didn't show up on my thingy mabobber, but it is a thing which we should talk about, and we will in just a second. But here we blow.
I was chilling in my lab one dark stormy night when the jolts hit repo, something got right. It wasn't the lightning that made me dance, it's that thing moving down in my pants.
Dance.
Oh doc, you done it again. Turn my little green willy into a real gem. There's a charge in the air, but it's not from the plug. It's my big tactic. Looking for love.
The love.
It's alive in my pants. You can feel the heat, my bride's looking so sweet. You're making my folks just want to release. It's alive, it's a monster romance. You can hear it groan down below.
In my pants.
It's alive
in my pants.
Let's do the monster dance.
It is October, so I felt like we should do some monster stuff. So we're cracking off with this.
Thing, but it's all in your touch, making my nuts swing like Frankenstein's creature. It's got a heart of stone, but baby, when you rub it, makes me moan. Come on, girl, don't be shy. Take a peek, you might find something shocking and unique. I may be dead inside, but you're bringing me to life. When we hit the sheets, I'll keep you howling at the moon all night. It's alive, oh, it's alive. It's alive in my pants. I got a monster-sized love for you. Baby, I'm your mad scientist. Let's make a move. It's alive. It's alive. It's a romance. You can feel the bolts rise. No need to disguise. It's alive in my
pants. All right, so.
Holy fuck. Where you fight this shit, man? I love it.
I do a lot of research for all of you. You're very welcome for all of the research I do to find these things for all of us. Let me go ahead and find this first, and then we're going to go over days of the year, which is normally the Americas, and then we'll go over one day that is partially American, but I think it's more international. But we'll find out once we go over it. Because I am not sure, because I am very biased being an American.
A dumb American.
Exactly. So that's why I love having all of you on and all of our people that are not
American.
American and even the Canadians. But it is nice to have a worldly view on what we're talking about. Okay, so maybe I did not save that there, but let's crack on. We'll just go ahead and do it this way. America, fuck yeah. All right, so let's go to days of the year. And it's National Emergency Nurse Day. And once again, this is...
I could do it.
Although...
Never mind.
It says Canadian Beer Day. So we are... And then International Top Spinning Day. International Beer this one is an International Beer and Pizza Day, and I'm all for that. God damn it, I should have ordered pizza instead. Maybe I'll do that later. But anyways, bring your teddy bear to work or school day, which is to improve your day by bringing a teddy bear to help you throughout your day.
But my plushie is like a really big dick.
Yeah, totally.
So I guess that wouldn't work as well working on a construction site or on a farm. Yeah, it'll get dirty. Those are such office things. Take your teddy bear to work.
Fucking plushie.
I don't fucking care. I don't care. They already know I'm weird.
True. All right. Well, let's.
Not how weird though.
Let's go with this for today and for the things. So it's also Leif Erikson Day. And this always happens in the Americas on October 9th because...
Back to 1000 AD, a time when fierce Vikings roamed the sea. Not only were these Vikings fierce warriors, but they were also excellent explorers. In fact, we're going to learn about a Viking named Leif Erikson, a great Viking leader, explorer who discovered the Americas almost 500 years before Columbus. Columbus has long gotten credit for discovering the New World, but back in 1925, President Calvin Coolidge announced that Leif Erikson discovered America. Eventually, Leif Erikson Day became a holiday.
It's Leif Erikson Day! Hinga-dinga-durgan!
The U.S. celebrates Leif Erikson Day every October 9th. But who was this great Viking? Well, the Vikings starts in Scandinavia. Not so different from many explorers, the Vikings were looking for new lands to conquer. So they used their Viking longship.
Sorry, but
this is fake. No, there was that. Okay.
Hello,
yes,
Skids.
Exactly, Jojo. Yes. Hey, Skits McCrusher, and let's go ahead and play Skits McCrusher's promos, commercials, whatever, because they are our channel sponsor. And let me figure out where that's at. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Poor pussy.
So,
right
there was right in the kiss. Exactly, Timely, Jojo. Nobody discovered it. There was already like 1.5 million people here until disease came over and white men came over and killed everybody pretty much. And
Well, no. Well, of course it got discovered. Like it's the same. Like certain insects have already been here for thousands of years, but then they got discovered. So
sure.
If
We discovered them.
To our white asses, then we find it, then we discover it.
Yeah, but then we put a.
It's ours.
Then we put a flag. Then we put a flag inside of it, and then we say it's ours.
Wait, you put a flag in it? I always put something else in it. Never mind.
And then you invent a new type of Jesus.
I didn't say that it was not a flag butt plug. Okay, brainless. I just left out the butt plug part, and I just said the flag is sticking out. Anyways, and so. Just FYI, right quick, this could be a non-thing. We don't have very much proof of this happening, but a lot of white people would really love this to be a thing, because if the Italians and the French, I believe was the other, no, it was Spain, sorry, the French, no. Anyways, it doesn't matter. If white Scandinavians came over here first, then the whites are the ones that rule this land for no reason, way, shape, or form, is what they believe over here.
Europe, Britain, Iceland, Greenland, and eventually Canada. A lot of the information we have about Viking exploration.
Yeah, because that's what they thought was big boobed green Fish ladies. Yeah, totally. That's a thing.
Comes from Viking sagas, which were written around 1200 AD.
Yeah.
These likely consisted of Viking oral traditions that were passed down for generations. Now, the story of Leif Erikson starts with his father, Eric the Red. Eric was living in modern-day Iceland, and one day he got into an argument with his neighbor. Things got a little heated, and Eric ended up killing.
No, he wanted to take the land of his next-door neighbors, and he didn't like that very much, but he decided to take it anyway.
Killing this unlucky neighbor. After committing such a horrible act, Eric was forced to flee with his friends and family to a new land. His loyal Viking horde sailed west until they reached Greenland. Now, this journey was no easy feat. Eric and his Vikings would have had...
Okay, so anyways, this is blah, 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 today's theme of opera. And supposedly they made it here before, 500 years before. But anyways, let's crack on, because it's not very important. Because, once again, it's not 100% instantiated. It's just the Americas in certain places are like, yes, the white man made it here first. Because they supposedly believe that Spanish and or French or other places in the Europes were not as white. But somehow Vikings were white as fuck, bro. Like, there's a lot of, like, white supremacy things.
There were already indigenous people here. So...
There's 1.5 million indigenous people that were living here in the Americas at the time before the white people came here to spread disease.
Yeah, and from what I heard,
all the other
Columbus did not discover America.
No, he was the Caribbean.
The natives discovered him afloat, and they saved him.
Yeah, and it wasn't in the Caribbeans or something, and like not 100% the like Americas, like in Florida, and then like also like Eric Leifson that we were just talking about. He discovered Canada, not the he discovered Americas, North, right, and that's different than America,
not the United States.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
in Columbus land in South America, and then raped and fucking plundered his way up to North America, I believe.
Maybe, I don't know, but it was the Dominican Republic. Thank you, Jojo. Where he landed. Christopher Columbus. It was not the Americas per se. Anyways. Let's crack on.
Could be a good point to wow, 14 votes, dude. How the fuck
awesome.
Are we 14 votes?
What is number one? Just tell me right off the bat.
It's gonna be the tractor.
Probably the tractor beam. Yeah, it's the tractor beam.
Okay.
57.
The real Krabby Patty isn't in the running, is it? I didn't put that as a... Okay, that's what I thought, because I wanted to do this first, because this is so silly and fun for no fucking... No, I don't want to buy your goddamn thing anymore. No. Damn it. Get away.
Brave browser.
But then it makes it so that we can't watch the videos from the thing, and it's just annoying using those other browsers, unfortunately. And running StreamYard works way better on here, but I don't know, whatever. We'll talk about it later.
StreamYard works
is the Krusty Krab... Is this Krusty Krab? No, this is Wendy's, the new Krabby Patty collab debuts this week, which is they are bringing the Krabby Patty to life, and it hits restaurants this week. The company announces last week it's partnering with Paramount to celebrate the 25th anniversary of SpongeBob SquarePants by launching the Krabby Patty collab, which will feature 2 menu items that will be available at Wendy's restaurants for a limited time, which is the Pineapple Under the Sea Frosty, a vanilla frosty with pineapple mango flavored puree swirl. they've never had that flavor before, is what they say. Krabby Patty collab burger. The restaurant takes on a famous cartoon burger, features a 1/4 pound of beef, 2 slices of melty American cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, and a top secret Krabby collab sauce on its toasted bun. So they will be offering this in the Americas. I don't know where else in the world. From Tuesday, October 8th.
So people are gonna be eating fish food. Okay.
Totally, exactly. That's
Well,
exactly what's
it's
happening.
originally made to feed to fish, so
It's totally fish food. Totes. All right, let me see. What's not on the trillion frames per second camera is not on the list, right?
Nope.
Oh shit. I think that's over here. Yeah, let's go over to here and let's watch this first, and then I'll go over what's going on 100%. Or maybe I should probably go over that first. I'll go over the basics of this first, and then we'll watch it. And I thought, oh shit, I have to have, hold on, let me just refresh this, because I swear that I saved where homie's actually talking about it. Okay, maybe I didn't save it. Okay, well, let's talk about it first then.
let's talk about.
Anyways. Oh yes, exactly.
Let's talk about you and me.
Femtophotography, visualizing photons in motion at a trillion frames per second. So they have built it. Yeah, they've built an imaging solution that allows us to visualize propagation of light. The effective exposure time of each frame is 2 trillion millionths of a second. That is the resilient visualization depictions of the movement of light at roughly 500 billion frames per second. And so what they're able to do is it's more going to be like they're looking at strobe spectric methods to recording millions of repeating things of the things, which is nanoseconds events long. And so besides us being weighed down with all of what these long ass fucking words mean, what we're going to show you is this is what they're talking about basically.
You're not sharing.
No, I know. I was just double checking to see which one I wanted to show, and I'm just gonna.
When you say this, and then you're not sharing, then I'm like,
no, I know. Thank you. No, thank you, Brainless. That's why you're the co-host. But I just wanted
That's why
to
you're the
double check.
dumbass.
Yes, exactly. So here we blow, and here is what we're talking about. Oh no, actually, this is where they explain it, and it is a little long-winded, but so we'll speed it up a little bit. But here is what they're talking about, and they explain it way better than my punk ass could, because I'm a fucking idiot.
We have built a virtual slow-motion camera where we can see photons or light particles moving through space. Now, you have seen Dr. Jordan's pictures of a bullet through an apple, but photons travel about 1 million times faster than bullets. So our camera can see these photons or bullets of light traveling through space. We use a very regular...
So they're able to see photons of light, not just the light. And no camera was able to actually see light moving. And that's what they have done. And we'll get into some of the photos and videos, or the it's actually videos of them showing this process happening after these really, really smart people explain to us dumbasses what's really going on.
Pulsed light source and a camera that is not one camera, but an array of 500 sensors, each triggered at a trillionth of a second delay. So even though each of our sensors is slow, we can still capture a fast movie. I'm standing next to our laboratory setup here. This is our camera. Objective is in the front here.
That is a lot of stuff to set up to shoot a porn. I'm just kidding. Never mind. Just keep going. Let's keep
body of the
going.
camera is much larger than what you would expect from a regular camera like the one over here. Our light source is a titanium sapphire laser. It's over here, and it emits a beam of very, very
Jesus Christ, Beavis and Butthead.
short pulses, and that those pulses are then directed to the scene with these mirrors. Now, our camera only sees one dimension, so it makes a fast movie, but it makes a fast movie of one line of the scene only. And in order to fix that, we have these two mirrors here. We look at the scene via these two mirrors, and when we rotate this upper mirror here, we actually see different lines of the scene. So what's happening?
And flat earthers think the P19000 or whatever the fuck they call it is the most superior. Sure, whatever the thing. Thank you, dog. Yeah, and they think that's superior. No, this is called superiority when you're taking goddamn.
The P900 is a decent.
If you're going on vacation, if you're going on vacation and you want to just take photos of you and your family and barely, not very great lit thingy-mabobbers around you, then okay, sure. But it's not made for doing microscopic. No, it's not doing
the only thing that's actually good about those cameras is that they have a good zoom.
But
the sensor that captures it is shit.
Yeah, well, and they have a awesome capacity to store a whole shit ton of information. So if you go, you don't have to keep plugging in a new card as well. They're able to compress it into these little itty bitty fucking files for you to use.
That depends on what camera you use. Like I can set my camera to shoot JPEG as well, and like I can put a big SD card in there.
Yeah, but that setting on that camera, if you do not change it, it makes you get all these little itty bitty photos because it's just thinking you're just gonna use them for 4x6, like it was when you used to develop them on the things. It's just the camera's natural setting. That one has 500 sensors. But they're the capture sensor inside of the camera of that and all of the things they think are fucking amazing are shite comparatively to different ways.
Yeah.
And I started shooting and recording on film at a very young age. And there's a whole nother difference between that and
I did that.
Sensors.
Yeah.
So if you that's the problem that with some of these flat earthers is they don't understand the difference.
This is probably better than the P900.
The P69, yeah, totally. No, just barely better.
Happening is the camera keeps taking images, and we very slowly rotate this mirror
to
scan our field of view across the entire.
That's how I shoot porn. Is I slowly rotate the mirror. Never mind.
Entire scene, and because all of our pulses look the same, we can in the end go and combine all these images that we took to get one complete movie of the scene.
So they're getting
may
that.
Be useful in medical imaging, in industrial or scientific use, and
yeah, you put that up somebody's arsehole, you're gonna get some great imaging. Bam. Okay, I'm done.
The future, even for consumer photography. In medical imaging, now we can do ultrasound with light.
Yes, exactly. Now it's ultrasound with light.
Because we can analyze how light will scatter volumetrically inside the body.
So if you were able to look through, let's say the leg, you could see blood clots, you could see cancer cells growing, you could see anomalies happening in the body, right? Because the rest of it would just look normal, like the fiber cells and the arteries and other things. They may be placed in different places they may look weird, but you could see where there were problem areas and or other things by doing this. So this is an amazing thing. And just really quick, I'm going to show you this first, because then you'll understand this better when I show you the second video of this. So this is what happened when they, and I'm going to slow it down, when they looked through the Coke bottle with water in it. And I know we already saw this, but this is what is the video of them when they posted it on YouTube. So that's them using that technology, but then it actually could look like this. And now you can see the way that you could use this to do other measurements that are beyond the understanding of any of us that are sitting here and watching this.
Absolutely.
Understanding what?
Yeah, exactly. Understanding what? All right. Will somebody let us know what is the results of the poll? And we're gonna go ahead with that. So, Brainless, will you just put that in the Cyberman chat of the ending of the poll? I'm not gonna end it.
Are you not gonna end it?
Is it easier? Well, I know I haven't done that in the last month, but would you like me to end it? Is it easier for me?
Yeah,
to end
then I can copy it. Otherwise, I can't copy it.
Then give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay, 1,000.
Then I have to fucking hear my ugly ass voice. Okay, so end the poll. So we are at
57.
My channel just
57.
asked. My channel just asked me if I want to become a member of my own channel. That is cute. All right, so
Track beam at 57%. The astronaut asteroid food at 21. The tree planting robot at 14, and doxing glasses at 7.
All right. Well, I was a little interested in which order that would be, because I was like, I felt like a lot of these were weird enough that I didn't know what you all were gonna pick. But well, I actually thought the tractor beam with us nerds around probably was gonna be the top. But going into the hotel being okay, awesome. We still have a lot to get through. So yeah, join us whenever you can, Commander, for sure. So I was hoping that our lovely Mari would be here, but I'm sure they're busy doing other things. But this is for Mari if you watch this in the future.
Here at 5, the story of a 70-year-old pet turtle that's slowly coming out of its shell, learning how to walk and eat, thanks to a man in the Bronx who recognized it needed some help.
It grew this elongated face for some weird reason.
Oh. Carolyn Gussoff covers Long Island and takes us to the turtle rescue of the...
It's still 50 years old, so it obviously was figuring out a way to do this, but now I don't know why they recovered it.
For this astonishing sight.
Recovering turtles by the hundreds make the turtle rescue of the Hamptons home. But there's one that's turning heads after he was turned in by a family unsure how to help him. Mr. Bubbles, they call him, looked like an adorable cross between a duck and a turtle. But his situation...
See, Kent Ovid, turtles don't make just turtles. This is a turtle duck.
Was far from ducky.
When I first saw the picture, I was like, it's not real. That is totally photoshopped. And then the turtle came in, and I was just like, oh my God.
Box turtles have beaks, which, if not for certain nutrients and lighting, will just keep growing. And for 65 years, it did.
They had no idea that this was not the norm or anything like that. And even when they took him to the vet visits, they never mentioned anything.
Moses Torres says his elderly grandmother lovingly cared for Mr. Bubbles after he was gifted to the family in the 1960s.
That's crazy.
And even the vet
when she died.
Yeah, I am.
The family thought the beak was normal until he posted the curious-looking creature online.
When I made that post, man, they tore me up. They definitely let me know that it was this was not the norm and it shouldn't be this way. I was definitely educated, and I realized I needed to make the better choice of getting him to someone who gave him the proper care.
When Bubbles arrived, he couldn't hold up his head, walk, or eat or drink on his own. But now there's regular beak.
Yeah, there's a lot of animals like rhinos and other things where in nature they will like bunnies' teeth.
Yeah.
They always grow, but you need to give them certain things to gnaw down their
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah, you need to
Same
give
with
them
warthogs.
hard enough food.
Yeah, and then warthogs, rams, and a handful of other things, right? If they don't get the right things and they don't do the right things, then like even us, if we don't clip our fingernails and toenails and certain things, just like other animals, then
cut our
it
hair.
causes totally. So that's just the thing is that it had extra growth in its body, and then they finally did
Trimming.
this to it.
There's a new diet rich in fruit and vegetables and protein.
It's like, fuck yeah, I get to actually eat properly. All right, let's go into what is our first subject, and that is the
tractor beam.
Tractor beam. All right, well, let's just see. I think I have that here. Let me double check. And we have a couple other things that we need to get through after. Oh yeah, here we go. Now I don't have to read a bunch of long
Namaskar
words.
friends, welcome to Electronics Technology Channel. Topic of electronics technology news is chip-based tractor beam for biological particles. The chip-based tractor beam, inspired by Star Wars, uses a tightly focused beam of light to capture and manipulate cells. This chip-based tractor beam, which uses an intensely focused beam of light to capture and manipulate biological particles without damaging the cells, could help biologists study the mechanisms of diseases. MIT researchers have created a compact, chip-based tractor beam device inspired by Star Wars for manipulating DNA and studying cells in biological research. This palm-sized device uses light from a silicon photonics chip to handle particles millimeters from the surface, allowing for sterile conditions by penetrating glass covers. Unlike traditional bulky optical tweezers, this new technology is smaller.
Yeah, so instead of using another thing called optical tweezers.
Oh yeah, I think we covered those as well, right?
Yeah, and they're just these things that help hold cells. But now if they can have one of these things, hold it and move that to where it wants, and it to be sterile while doing it, because that's the whole difference between using other things. Is during these microprocesses keeping them sterile, and that's what is awesome about this, is it will keep it sterile for this whole time while it's holding it to move into place.
Easier to manufacture, and suitable for high-throughput experiments. It employs an integrated optical phased array to trap and manipulate cells much further from the chip surface than previous devices, improving compatibility with standard biological experiments and reducing cell stress. A new trapping modality. The researchers have innovated a silicon photonics chip that emits a beam of light capable of focusing about 5 millimeters above its surface. This advancement allows for capturing and manipulating biological particles within their sterile glass covers, preventing
within their sterile, and that's the major components of why this is important.
Contamination and negating the need to replace the chip frequently. This new method enhances the practical application of optical tweezers in biological research. Manipulating light. Using an integrated optical phased array consisting of microscale antennas fabricated on a chip through semiconductor processes, the researchers controlled the optical signals from each antenna to shape and steer a beam of light. Unlike earlier.
So I'm pretty sure we all kind of understand what's going on. I mean, like, the rest of it is just more science, big words. Not to say that we won't understand, but fuck it. Let's get on to the next thing, which is asteroids. And in the future, mamazers, maybe this is what could be a thing. Well, this will probably be a thing.
Scientists have introduced an innovative concept to enhance food safety for astronauts on deep space missions. A recent study suggests that asteroids could potentially meet the nutritional needs of astronauts by converting the carbon from space rocks into edible substances.
So this is just would be a more sustainable way to, and you'll find out in a second. how, way, and what shape and form. Because all of those rocks that we eat. No, I'm just kidding. Let's let them tell us what's going on.
Substances. While astronauts wouldn't consume the rocks directly, the concept addresses the limitations of carrying dried food and the underdeveloped state of space farming. Inspired by a U.S. Department of Defense project that transformed plastic waste into edible food through pyrolysis, this process breaks down materials into oil, which is then fed to bacteria in a bioreactor, creating a nutritious biomass. Researchers expanded on this idea by feeding pieces of meteorites to microbes, revealing that they could thrive on the material. Applying this to the asteroid Bennu, it was calculated
so they could grow food off of what they can extract from an asteroid.
That its carbon
it's like
content, even when broken down in
it's like a replicator, yeah. Let's start it.
It's like getting
Earl Grey pot.
Well, it's like getting a fungus off of a pond and then taking that fungus and then using it. So it is a biomexrum that can make a protein, or I think it's a protein that you can grow things from after you extract it off of the asteroid.
Efficiently could sustain astronauts for up to 600 years. However, a significant challenge remains.
Why can't they do that with smegma? Never mind. I'm sorry. No, get it off asteroids. Do not get it from a man's penis.
Extensive toxicity testing is necessary to ensure the safety of this biomass for consumption.
Once again, like most of the things we go over here on Drunken News, this is a theory, and they're trying to test it out, and hopefully eventually it will become a thing. But again, it is most likely in the testing stages as we're talking about it.
While this concept offers exciting possibilities for future space exploration, it remains a distant prospect.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the next thing, Bobber, is this thing is so cute. I can't wait to show it to you all. And it is the video is in here, so we'll go stop sharing and then go to here, and then it has its own video with it. And then I'll just say this, and as soon as I share it, and it's got the cutest name in the world. Meet Plant Olin instead of pangolin, which is the name of what it's modeled off of. The pangolin. Meet Plant Olin, the tree planting robot pangolin built by the University of I thought it was Survey, but I guess it's Surrey. But anyways, let's go ahead and show you this. And if anybody has any questions, which you won't after watching this, we're all going to die of cuteness after watching this. But here we go. That's so cute. Look at how cute it is.
There is a space in the world for robots which roam around and fill roles that are missing from, built-up places like South England.
The robot has some pause.
Yeah, because all you goddamn lazy white people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just keep going.
The front here, tail at the back, and a pair of wheels. So it self-balances, but obviously if you're self-balancing, you can't really get much of a fulcrum to dig. So
that's why it's got a big ass tail. Bounce. Okay, I'm done.
The tail. The claws work by passively bending one way.
Look, oh my god, just wait until you see it dig into the fucking dirt. Just wait.
We can pull them out of the dirt, but then when they push the other way, they are strong to the two motors there. They can either dig
I'm totally going to speed it
together, or they can dig in space.
Okay.
Under the shell,
look at how cute that
we have.
Look at how cute that was, and they'll show it again and again and again.
A pair of drone motors driving the whole thing.
And they had to dumb down the gears because they move too fast.
These came off of an old quadcopter, and then we geared them down because they're a little too fast.
Geared them down.
What we're doing because the right torque here. In the middle, we have our seed dispenser, so seeds can be
So they just put a bunch of seeds down in this thingy-mabobber, and then it does what? How does it dispense seeds? Just watch, because, wait, there's more.
Fed in here if he wants extra space, and then they go down this conveyor belt, and they come out the butt.
And then they come out the butt. Yes. Hey, Commander, how are you doing?
All right. Coming out the butt.
Yes, okay, well, you did see it. Okay, I will still play it
Fed
this
in here if
way.
he wants extra space, and then they go down this conveyor belt, and they come out the butt.
They come out the butt.
Cute.
So that is the Plantelin. So now what is next? Let's check. Doxing glasses. Okay. Let's see. Let me see if there was something I want to go over before we end. Oh, the squid fabric. I don't have that on there, did I?
No.
Okay, well then we're gonna go over squid fabric before we go over the other thingies of the stuff.
Why is no one talking about this squid-inspired fabric that could change the way we dress forever? Researchers at the University of California, Irvine have created a groundbreaking fabric inspired by the color-changing skin of squids. This isn't just science fiction. This fabric can actually adjust to your body temperature. Imagine your jacket keeping you warm on a chilly morning and then cooling you down when the sun comes out. Sounds like magic, right? But it's all about science. The secret? Tiny copper islands embedded in a special polymer. When the fabric stretches, these islands separate, changing how the material reflects and transmits infrared light. This means it can trap heat when you're cold and release it when you're hot. And it's not just a lab experiment. This fabric is breathable, washable, and ready for everyday wear. From athletic gear to winter coats, the possibilities are endless. So next time you hear about squids...
So you know how much this would be amazing? Like, say you were going camping, say you were going hiking, and a storm happened. It became way too hot. You know, you didn't expect what was going on in what's around you. You know what I'm saying? In a place, and now this would help you to not die so fast. You know, and it doesn't really do anything other than it reflects or unreflects the light waves to either help you cool down and or to warm up through those processes, right? So anyways, did we go over the toxic chemicals that are found in air fresheners and candles, scented candles?
Not sure.
No.
Okay.
Look better on a big sun.
Did we go over how Kim Jong-un is executing officials over deadly floods in South Korea? Yeah, we totally did that. We did that, I believe. All right. So anyway, so let's talk about this right quick. So if you have any of these, please be warned that
before buying your favorite candles this fall.
this is maybe a problem.
Could harmful chemicals be hiding in your home?
I smell it and I immediately get a headache, and sometimes I get nauseous.
You may be seeing viral posts on social media saying your air fresheners and candles are filled with toxic chemicals and you should toss them out.
In tonight's cover story, I'm digging deeper into the potential impacts they could be having on your health and sniffing out answers about whether this is a real concern. With the flick of a lighter or match, you can instantly create a comforting environment and fill your home with fresh scents. Or maybe you skip the flames altogether and plug in your favorite fragrance.
I use like this ocean air freshener in my dorm. It's from Bath & Body Works. I don't really know what's in it. I just thought it smelled good and I just got it.
Many of us don't think twice about what's filling the air, but FGCU professor Dr. Nora Demers urges you to take a closer look.
When you see fragrance, it can be any number of chemicals that are first introducing.
So because they're candles and fragrances and stuff, the FDA is not approving any of these things. And once again, we're talking about the Americas and not other places in the world, because I don't know the standards that are happening in Canada, UK and other places, but in the Americas, because they are just like when you have fake penis pills and stuff, and you say they're a supplement, you don't have to have the FDA to approve them. So anybody and their mom can like throw crack cocaine inside of a candle and make it, and as long as they don't get caught selling it, then they can fucking sell it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem that we're having, is not these large companies exactly per se doing this wrong, but there is anybody can be selling anything that is attached to being an incense, a smell gooder, candles that's scented, and or other things that are happening. So I just wanted to bring this up right quick to make people aware that there are other natural ways for you to make your place smell gooder, and that, I know gooder is not a word, better, but that you need to maybe watch out for this, because this could be a bad thing.
And making it volatile.
Some of the chemicals lurking in many candles include phthalates that can make fragrances last longer, and preservatives like parabens.
If it wasn't a big concern, I would not have been teaching this class for 26 years.
The class she's talking about focuses on how these ingredients can disrupt our endocrine system.
So endocrines are hormones that get released into our bloodstream from glands.
Hey, the hormones are because my I have, never mind. I'll stop right there. I get a no, okay, well, let's just go on.
Things like your thyroid, your liver, adrenal glands, and everything, and they affect primarily growth and development.
Dr. Demers explained endocrine disruptors can bind to the cells to mimic, block, and interfere with what the body's trying to do. She points to decades of research sounding the alarm.
So there potentially could be a lot of horrible things that are going on. So just really quick, for the fun of it, we talked about the guy that had sex with a cucumber outside, right?
No.
We did not talk about this. Okay. Well, here we blow. I thought we had.
All right, we're turning now to a bizarre story in the district. A man caught on camera in the middle of a lewd act, and it happened not far from a high school. DC News Now's weekend anchor Ben Dennis obtained that video. He spoke with the owner. Ben, what are you learning about potential consequences here?
And well, who cares about that? Let's just get into watching this. And you're welcome, everybody.
In her SUV's grill, checked to see if the coast was clear.
Yeah, it's normal. So he put a cucumber in the vent of the front of this car
and began performing a lewd act.
He started having butt sex with a cucumber in the grill of this car.
I want my neighbors to know and keep an eye.
And then a car drove by, and then after that he started
even appearing to.
He started jerking himself off with it after
Notice
that
the
happened.
camera recording the whole thing before putting the vegetable back in the lunchbox and walking away.
It was that eye
Jesus
contact.
Christ. Okay, so there was that thingy over. Let's go ahead and
very versatile, the cucumber.
He violated it for sure. So really quick, we're gonna go over this as an I'm hoping our friends know, and I don't think we went over this yet, but
Lead in our water, lead in our toys, lead in plastic containers that we store food in. We are hearing about it more and more, and people are really concerned about the consequences that can lead to some serious health problems.
Now there are big concerns about something that's probably sitting in your spice rack right now. Rhonda Walker is breaking down the results from Consumer Reports' latest round of tests.
It's probably one of the last products you would expect to contain high levels of lead. Consumer Reports' alarming study into ground cinnamon. It's an investigation of dozens of product brands, and it does reveal that some have high levels of lead while others.
So cinnamon, if you have cinnamon products in the Americas, maybe look into that company, and if there is high levels of that in those products that you're using. I don't know around the world, but this was in the Americas, and they found a high level of lead
in Europe.
In it.
In Europe and the UK, all that stuff, like your scented candles and air fresheners and cinnamon, it's all heavily regulated. Heavily regulated.
I was gonna say, hopefully it wasn't, so we get rid of all those goddamn woo-tards. Never mind. Just keep going. Let's keep going. But anyways, here is the doxing glasses, and I'm sorry that I'm bringing this to y'all and that we have to know this now, but eventually we had to know this. So now,
Two Harvard students demonstrated how combining Meta's smart glasses with face image search technology could potentially expose personal details about individuals merely by looking at them. Their project, named iX-Ray, utilizes the Meta Ray-Bans 2 and an invasive face search engine called PimEyes. This enables rapid identification by cross-referencing images with various databases. They developed the technology to highlight significant privacy concerns arising from advancements in facial recognition and large language models, LLMs.
But then they divulge this information to the public. But anyways.
Tested their device on unsuspecting subway passengers. It revealed how quickly someone could be doxxed or scammed. They chose not to release the code to prevent misuse. However, they provided guidance on opting out of invasive search engines. While both Meta and PimEyes downplayed the associated risks, the students expressed concern about potential negative uses of their technology. They stressed the
As long as they go to the government and help them, let them know first, and not put it out into the zeitgeist, then it could help for sure. But it's scary.
Of public awareness regarding online privacy protection.
Yeah, that's a little scary, you know. All right. Let's see. God damn it. Let's go. Let's watch this right quick, and then we'll get out of here.
For over a century, archaeologists have marveled at Peru's ancient line drawings. Now, a breakthrough approach is rewriting what we thought we knew about these massive works of art. A team of scientists have used artificial intelligence to nearly double the number of known geoglyphs in just 6 months. By using AI, the team identified more than 300 new figures, a process that would have taken decades manually. Despite their size, many of these so-called Nazca lines went unnoticed, even after the rediscovery in the 20th century. A cat-shaped glyph was found on a hillside just a few years ago.
The first cat meme, of course, obviously, you know.
But with the help of AI, this new team has built on those earlier findings and uncovered even more. The AI system was specifically designed to detect smaller and hard-to-find figures by cleaning and analyzing geospatial data, then dividing the landscape into grids to identify potential patterns. Once the AI flags possible locations, archaeologists step in to confirm the results. And despite limited data to train the AI, it's been remarkably accurate. Out of over 1,300 potential finds, the team confirmed 303 new figurative geoglyphs and 42 geometric ones. These geoglyphs.
I love how funny it is. They were like, these are so perfect, and obviously aliens had the people, and it's like, look at this. Look at this. You think that this... What did the aliens tell them to make? A Smurf with a large penis? Like, what are you talking about? Like, they did it wrong first, just like all the pyramids that we have proof of, right? There are like a first very small version. Some of them fell over. Some of them were more sturdy. Then they got to bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's how it goes, right? I mean, even if you're a size queen, you still have to start small and then work your way up with that. Never mind, we'll talk about that later.
Glyphs created between 200 BC and 500 AD depict everything from animals to human figures. Larger ones represent animals like birds and killer whales, while smaller, harder to spot glyphs show human forms and other symbols near ancient trails. Researchers believe this AI-driven approach.
And then even that, they showed they weren't like. I love when they're always saying those glyphs were perfect and representing blah, and you're like, that's artistic representation. Like, it's not perfect of anything. It's just a huge representation of a thing when they literally most likely measured things out and then drew it and then put down the stuff to do the thing. It's a multi layered process, right? It's not just they just were like, I'm a zombie, I'm gonna make this, or aliens didn't come down with their flying saucers and just make these things like a laser printer on the earth. Because if they were, they would have been way more intricate, way more amazing, and way more detailed. So sorry, everybody. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Dee. Sorry, I was too busy over on the. I don't have two monitors still, which I so need to goddamn motherfucking get. But anyways, all right. So that is the end of the stuff and the things of the Mabobbers 4. Well, let me double check. We did the astronaut food, the camera, the planning robot, the chip, squid, clothing, Krabby Patty, doxing, the time of the year. Okay. So we did everything on my list. So thank you all very much. I know I was trying to do longer things, but now that I'm stretching out my inner ear core, I'm going through a lot of pain right now, and I only have I'm only on one ear, so it's going to take about a week more for doing this training on this ear, and then I have to start in the other ear, and I have not slept in the last like 2 nights because the pain has been so immense. But that's what you have to do when you train your body in the way that I do to do the acts that I can do in front of the peoples, or that makes it so I can do more extreme performances. So thank you all very much for being here. Tomorrow, I think is, I don't know, what is it, Brainless? I'm sure he's probably half asleep. Give me just 5 milliseconds, I'll look it up. So tomorrow, come in for that. Because it is the Octobers, we're going to be doing more things like ghosts, spirits, Satan, demons. So tomorrow is going to be Flat Earth Dunces, and it's more laughing at the final experiment, people crying about the final experiment. All of the Flat Earthers that are fucking like scared that the final experiment is gonna like, all of them are, except for the 2 that are going. They're all
Well,
fucking
they're
crying.
gonna have their head. They're gonna shove their heads up their ass and ignore it, all the evidence anyway. We know that, right?
And no, we
Absolutely.
obviously do. No,
They'll
we
say they were
obviously
drunk
know
or
that.
something.
So I have videos of more of the flat earthers crying about the final experiment, like scapegoating it away and gaslighting about it not being the proofs. And then we're gonna do creepy cryptids. Well, that's next week with the demons and ghosts, and we're gonna do Satan and devils. We're going to do a bunch of paranormal and other things for the things. And it matters on what happens on October 31st, Halloween, Hollows of the Eves. If I have a gig, I won't be doing a show, obviously. And if I, for some reason, don't, we'll do that. But I'll let everybody know in the future. And then next Thursday, we're going to do MAGA is Weird. And what the hell now? Because there's a bunch of crazy MAGA knights that are claiming that the hurricanes were created by they to displace a bunch of Republicans in the states so they can't vote. And somebody said that maybe space lasers were involved. So, anyways,
Oh,
right.
fuck.
we will talk
We
about
need to blame Cat Kerr for we need to blame Cat Kerr for falling down on the job because she's supposed to be able to pray those things away. And
yeah,
by
with
the
her
way, I
fucking
have more
stick.
video of her. I have more video of her claiming that she can control the weather. It's hilarious. And she just happened to open her fat yap, so we're putting the Robin Bullocks on the back burner and making fun of more Cat Kerr.
Awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear. All right. So when you're going to be doing that, Commander?
It's Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, U.S., Canada.
Awesome. Sweet. All right. So we're going to get the fuck out of here. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be doing that and things and stuff. And some flat earth stuff because these idiots keep fucking popping their heads up, putting their 2 cents in, thinking that they're smarter than. Anyways, we'll go over. And there is a very famous person in the right wing space, not Candace Douche Nozzle, but somebody else who maybe Tim Pool said he was going to pay for him to go, but then he backs out for you'll find out tomorrow. All right. See y'all later. Because we're going to get the
Later,
fuck out of
bitches.
here. Everybody say bye.
Everyone.
One more chance,